How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is RuffledRowlit, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today, guys, we got ourselves a few different things. We got some Gen 10 rumors from Le4chan. And we also have some actual, new information from the most recent gameplays that people have had. I don't know where they played this gameplay, but we'll figure it out. So let's get started with the first thing, which is going to be this right here, which is a Spanish post. We're going to translate it real quick, because I don't want to butcher the beautiful Spanish language with my terrible accent. So here's what it says. Literals about Pidgey Shiny, no trailer in Pokemon Legends ZA. Basically, what they're talking about here is that multiple people noticed that in the most recent trailer, specifically the Japanese trailer, which is kind of like the overview trailer for the complete, the final trailer, so to say, right, of the game for ZA, they noticed something interesting, which is in the background a shiny Pidgey, of all things, which is really, really interesting. So yes, somehow, by accident, it seems like, I mean, it could be planned, but most likely not. By accident, there's a shiny Pidgey. So this more or less, again, I mean, we already knew shiny Pokemon were going to be in the game no matter what, but this more or less just confirms that even further. It just adds like another layer of confirmation that shiny Pokemon will be in here. We do know, based on what Cerebi said a while back, that there will be a shiny sound that's played whenever a Pokemon does spawn in. I think he said that. I could be wrong. And I am wrong. I'm so sorry if I am wrong. If I'm getting it wrong, my bad. I'm just waffling. But I think that's what he said in one of his videos, that there is some sort of indication for when shinies do spawn. So you will be aware of them actually being, you know, there. So you don't just run away from them. So it's going to function similarly to Legends Arceus, in case you're worried about that. So just stay tuned for that, of course. If we get more information about shiny hunting, anything in that regard, I'll let you know. As of right now, again, we don't know. Anything like rates and shiny rates and that kind of stuff, we'll have to wait until the actual game. But I would assume the shiny rates will be similar to Arceus, most likely. But yeah, so that's kind of a cool thing. A little shiny Pidgey, basically revealed, which is very nice, yes. But yeah, let's move on to the next thing, which is going to be this post right here. So this is new gameplay footage of Wild Zone 6 in Legends ZA. Now, let's see what actually the footage is from. Make sure we get the right credit. So here it is. So it's from, I think this fella right here, MD14. This is who the footage is from. So number one, just shout out to this guy for collecting this footage, first and foremost. And here's what some people were noticing. For example, PLDH over here specifically noticed a few different things. For example, the photo mode demo at the cafe each has a unique menu item, such as, I guess, Sun and Moon's Rosary Tea. Again, we'll go through the entire thing, but here you go. Lumiose Cafe Association. Each cafe in Lumiose City is proud to present its own unique menu of drinks. Please enjoy them with your Pokemon. And you guys can see it says Rosary Tea, Oran Tea? Oranti or Oranti? I don't know. Either way, Pumpkin Brew as well, Pumpkin Brew Tea, and then also Nevermind. So I guess you're going to have different things from different places. Now, I would assume, maybe I'm just, again, waffling, maybe I'm crazy, but I would assume maybe the teas will function, I mean, they could function I guess, or not teas, but the restaurants could function similarly to what they did in X and Y, or more likely, I think they might function like sandwiches and things of that nature from Pokemon Legends, sorry, not Arceus, Scarlet and Violet, where you use the sandwiches to boost specific, spawn rates of specific Pokemon. Maybe the fact, I mean, you can literally see in the background here, there is the Wild Zone 6, right? And Wild Zone 6 is right next to one of these cafes. Is it possible, maybe, that you can boost the actual, not shiny rates, but, I mean, maybe eventually, but specifically the spawn rates of a particular kind of Pokemon? Hypothetically, if you take the Roserade Tea, maybe more grass types will spawn in this specific area, and let's say, hypothetically, that there is a lot of Roselias or something that spawn in this area, or, I don't know, Weeping Bells, whatever else you want to call them, Bellsprouts, there you go. Something like that, maybe will make more of them spawn, which automatically is going to increase your chances of finding a shiny. It's just the standard, formula for shiny hunting. Unless you're going for, full odds, you're most likely going to be doing some of these sort of methods. So maybe that's what's going to be the purpose behind it. I don't know. Again, I'm just a guy. I don't know everything. You guys can also see here the photo mode, which is really cool because you can change the expression of your character's face to multiple different options. It seems like we got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give or take 6 different expressions. Again, there could be even more in the final game. You might even unlock different expressions, similarly to how you unlock different emotes in Dark Souls. You might, unlock more stuff by doing side quests, side missions, etc. That's always a possibility. I hope it is a possibility. And then here we have a battle against the Houndoom, which I think this is the alpha one. As you guys can see here, they also say alphas seem to have boosted stats. Even Waterfall just dents Houndoom. Game warns when sun is about to set. I guess that we're going to see in the last image here, where we can see on the top, yes, it says literally the sun will be setting soon. So again, a lot of really handy information. Like, this is very goated information to have about the game, because I didn't know much about this stuff. Like, this is all like things that they haven't really brought up as much. But here we go. Here's a look at a ton of new clothing options in Pokemon Legends ZA. There's a Solrock sweater, a Eevee Paisley jumpsuit, a coughing hat, a pleated skirt, tights, earrings, and Arthur... Wait, what? The Arthur Morgan? What's an Arthur Morgan? All I can think about, like, is... Dude, I like, literally, it's just the guy from Red Dead Redemption. But all right, let's see. If we could, like, just look at the actual image, you can see loads of different variety in everything from pants. I mean, the hat stays about the same, but I guess you can see down here there's a different kind of hat. But yes, this game, I think, might have some of the most insane amounts of actual, like, customization that we've ever had in a Pokemon game. Like, I don't think any Pokemon game has come this close to the amount of customization options and shit that we've ever had. And like, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but I don't think I've ever seen more than this. Then again, I don't know. Maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe I just don't remember well. Because I mean, Sword and Shield. What is Sword and Shield? It had a decent amount, I guess. But then you had, of course, Scarlet and Violet, which was dog shit. But anyway, a couple more screenshots from this recording. The cafe has a poster with Goomy and coffee beans. Gyarados can fly up to target crystal growths with multiple attacks. Houndoom hounding the player directly when there's no Pokemon between them is pretty intense. So yes, that's another thing, by the way, to keep in mind, is that the Pokemon will attack you as the player, just like they did in Arceus, right? Like, you can be the target, and you even see when you do take damage, like, the top and bottom of your screen will turn, like, red. Almost looks like blood, but I guess it's not really meant to be that. It must just indicate that you're damaged. But that's kind of like a thing where I think that you will be, like, actually fainting. Like, there's a high chance you will actually faint to damage from Pokemon. But then again, I digress. You get the point. Next up, though, we're going to be taking a look at this image, which again shows that Gyarados literally floating up in the sky. I keep forgetting that Gyarados can just casually fly away, which is so weird. But he's floating up into the sky, and I guess attacking like this little growth of what is like these mega crystals, essentially. They're these like purple crystals or pink crystals that you find all around the map. Which essentially, I think these is that if you crush these, you can get two things. I think mega shards is one of the things, and mega shards I think you can also use specifically to exchange for mega stones, right? So you're gonna actually have to go around and farm these as a way to sort of get specific mega stones from the Stone Emporium, which you had like that in X and Y too as well, right? But you have to go, you're gonna have to do that, but also you're gonna need those to go to Quasar Tico to exchange for other mega stones. So super useful. Good to know that that's even like an option. And then Houndoom here, and you can see literally like the red outline, which shows you that, yeah, you do sort of take damage. It's kind of weird to see like a bloody red outline this intense in a Pokemon game, but hey, I digress. So there's that. I think that's pretty much it from that gameplay session that guy had. I don't think I've missed anything in particular. I think that's pretty much most of the important stuff. There was also this from Central, whatever, saying, looks like Pokemon don't just... And again, this is for the same gameplay, by the way. This is from MD, so shout out to him. That's specifically who actually got this footage. But here's what they say, though, which is, looks like the Pokemon don't just magically learn moves now. Instead, get the ID for them. Bayleaf got the ID for a new move, Giga Drain, which... I mean, fine. It's not that nothing too crazy. It's not like that's like the end of the world. That it's like, you know, that's what they, you know, refer to it as. It is what it is. I don't really care. It's whatever. But that's pretty much all about the official stuff that we actually have, like genuine, real shit. Now let's take a look at some of that waffling from your favorite website, 4chan. So 4chan has this post right here. Let's take a look at it. It starts off with the following information. And again, I do apologize if my screen here is like, my fat face is blocking it. I'll move my camera up here so I don't have to listen to 7 of you complaining about it. But here we go. Pokemon Gen 10 Alphas region. Gen 10 is in Greece, apparently. Fusion, okay, well, listen. So the Greece thing, I mean, we all know from the whole like Terra League thing that, yes, there is talks about the game being based in Greece. Okay, fine. We don't need to know this information. What do you actually have to offer? Well, he says Fusion Evolution, basically Mega Evolution 2.0, but with 3 types instead of 2. Damn. Okay, that's, I don't know, dog. That's a little, like, okay, let's just think about this logically, right? First of all, Fusion Evolution, what does that mean? Like, do you mean that, like, you fuse 2 Pokemon to evolve them into a new thing? I mean, I can see that making sense, but how does that work? Like, what's the point of it working like that? I'm curious to see how that would function. Would those 2 Pokemon permanently stay together? Or like he says, Mega Evolution 2.0, does that mean it's temporary? Also, how in the, I should probably not swear. How the heck does 3 types work? Like just logically here. That seems like one too many. I mean, it could be interesting. Don't get me wrong. And especially because, like, all the competitive shit in Pokemon is being moved to Pokemon Champions. So it kind of leaves room for this game to be experimental and just do crazy shit, obviously. But it does seem a little insane. Again, I'm not against it. I would actually think it'd be pretty funny, but I don't know. It seems a little bit out there. Either way, it says no 100 plus a base stat total. You need to have 2 Pokemon within the party. When the fusion Pokemon fades, both Pokemon cannot be used again in the battle, and each fusion gets its own independent stat spread. New ability, and you can only trigger it if the base Pokemon holds Gene Fuse item. No Mega Stones. Area 0 is mentioned within the story for the region. Why? Okay. I mean, I guess it makes sense if you think about where Greece and Spain are geographically. They're not, I mean, they're still distance, but not crazy far distance, and they are connected historically. Either way, Sinnoh starters get fusions with the new Gen 10 starters. Okay. See, that's where you give it away that this is not real, because they never give anything to the like. So basically, when a new game is introduced, a new generation, they never give the starters of that generation anything cool. Like most of the time. To be fair, I could be waffling, because they did give Gigantamax forms and Gen 8 to like the starters. Never mind, I'm talking shit. Either way, next up, grass ghost piranha plant called Carnivus. Okay, fire fairy bull called Torchator, water electric serpent eel or whatever called Aviathon. Okay, fusions only work in battle. Temporary like Megas, but stats are custom balanced for OP combos. Okay, Carnivus piranha plant Pokemon Grass Ghost gets a fusion evolution with Torterra. Okay, typing Grass Ghost ground, codename Quaking Terror. That's wow. Torchator Firebull Pokemon Fire and Fairy gets a fusion with Infernape typing Fire Fairy Fighting, codename Torching Temper. Dude, what is this typing? Fire Fairy Fight. Okay. That dude, it's a triple F, dude. Sounds like a name of a wrestler. Aviathon underwater Pokemon Water Electric. Okay, gets a fusion with Empoleon Water. Okay, so it's just fusions with Gen 4 Pokemon. Okay. Luxray and Braviary normal flying electric, codename Sparking Roar. Obstagoon and Mandibuzz dark normal flying, codename Shaking Frequency. Are these okay? Do these function quote unquote similarly to like what do you call them? Like God, I literally forget the name of these Pokemon. Like the ones we found in Area 0. I literally forget what they're called again. Paradox Pokemon. Do they function similarly to that then? Is that what the point is meant to be? I don't know. Dusknoir and Tinkaton, Ghost Steel Fairy, codename Iron Sight. New pseudo-legendary Pokemon, Chronosaur, Dragon Psychic, the prediction Pokemon with Baxcalibur, Dragon Psychic Ice, codename Iron Edge. Okay, sure. New pseudo-legendary Pokemon, Cerbarion, Dark Fire, the 3-headed Pokemon with a Hydreigon, Dark Dragon Fire, codename Malicious Den, Giratina and Arceus. Oh, come on, man. Come on, dude. That's just ridiculous. Now it's just getting dumb. Now it's just getting ridiculous. Come on. Ghost Dragon Normal, codename Distorted Judgment. This is where we're getting into fan fiction. Like that, I'm sorry, man. I want to believe this because this sounds sick as hell. But this genuinely sounds like something I would have written when I was like 12. Reshiram and Zekrom, Dragon Electric Fire code named Iron Void. Ho-Oh and Lugia, Fire Psychic Flying. Oh, no Rainbow Storm. That actually sounds cool. That actually sounds sick. But I don't think it's real. New legendary Pokemon, Pegazon, the Peace Pokemon, and Titanus, the War Pokemon, typing Fairy Flying Steel, codenamed Iron Honor, Mewtwo and Genesect, Psychic Bug Steel, codenamed Iron Project. Okay, listen. Like, I think the fusions will appear as an actual, like, in the form of a, like, some kind of, okay? Like, I think fusions will appear as some sort of, like, mechanic or feature in a future Pokemon game. I don't doubt that. I think that's a very high possibility. However, I will say I really heavily doubt that this is a real rumor. Mostly because it's just too much. Like, it's genuinely, like, again, it wouldn't be the first time that Pokemon goes out and does something just batshit insane. That's not out of the norm or out of the realm of possibility. However, it does feel a little bit too much. Like Reshiram Zekrom getting a fusion. Okay, that's not like what even isn't that just like isn't that well actually no, technically that's Reshiram plus Kyurem or Zekrom plus Kyurem. You get the point though. Like it doesn't sound that crazy, but Ho-Oh and Lugia getting one too, and then Mewtwo and Genesect. It just, I get it. Those two maybe man-made Pokemon, you could argue for it, but it's like, it feels like it's just a lot of legendaries. And I mean, Giratina and Arceus is just a little too far, I feel like. Why would the god of Pokemon essentially merge? Well, I guess Giratina could technically be like Le Devil, so I guess it would make sense. I don't know. It's just a little bit out there. It seems like a little too large, right? Too large to be real, and that's kind of where it loses me. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. I think I've pretty much covered all I wanted to say in this one. I'll be back again literally in a few probably hours or minutes because I gotta make another video for you guys. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you all for watching, and yeah, stay excited for Legends ZA. I mean, it's almost here. It's less less than 2 weeks to go at this point. So yeah, ladies and gents, that's all for today. Peace out and bye bye. Have a great day.